A long time ago, in a house just like this one, my wife and I faced a dilemma. Our cable bill was creeping up into the $200 range, and we weren't even getting good cable for the privilege of paying all that money. We were paying for basically landline phone, internet, and things that were not HBO, ESPN, Food Channel, that kind of thing. So we decided to join a lot of friends and family members and cut the cord. We embraced the cloud with services such as Netflix and Amazon Prime and Hulu Plus. We eventually subscribed to Philo to get some of those cable channels that we've been missing out on. Is it Philo, by the way, or is it Philo? If you actually have the proper phonetic spelling, please drop it in the comments below. You'll be helping to resolve a hotly contested issue in our house. Anyway, after making this decision, we discovered that, not surprisingly, all of those costs add up. You know, it's $8 here, $10 there, and at the end of the month, you're looking at your quote-unquote old cable bill and deciding, well, all these a la carte services, it doesn't quite add up to what we had with RCN or Comcast, but it's getting close. And eventually we could see a future in which there were just too many services, too many things to pay for, that we'd be in just about the same predicament as we were with those major cable providers. And it looks like that future is going to come to a head and manifest probably in November when Disney unleashes its Disney Plus streaming service. Now, over the weekend, they had their big convention called D23. It's a big showcase for all their properties and everything that's coming soon, getting fans and the internet all riled up for the beautiful possibilities coming out of the Mouse House. And now, because they have acquired everything from Marvel to Fox to, basically anything you can think of as far as property-wise, most things are Disney nowadays. Whether you like it, whether you love it, it's not really up for debate anymore because they do, in fact, own just about everything. But one of the properties that they own is Star Wars. And they unveiled the new trailer for the series The Mandalorian, which is going to be debuting with their Disney Plus streaming service. Now, if you've been following the Disney Plus news, you may know that they've been pulling out a lot of their content. Disney has been pulling a lot of the Marvel content off of Netflix, and after this November cutoff, I'm not sure if it's happening earlier or later, all of the Disney content is going to be ported over to the Disney Plus streaming service, at least everything that is family rated up into PG-13. The other stuff is going to be licensed out to other streaming services. I believe Hulu Plus is going to be involved in that. But anyway, the Mandalorian trailer came out, and it's not that I was a fence sitter regarding subscribing to Disney Plus, because honestly, I've got a lot of the Disney content that I like on, my Blu-ray shelf, and I figure I could just continue buying movies, as they come out. The idea of more TV series to watch if you go to the Netflix landing page, for example, every week you're going to see hundreds of new shows and movies and original content, old content that you could never possibly get through. So why would I want to dive into Disney with that same philosophy? But I gotta tell you, watching that Mandalorian trailer, which is a sort of an action western in space, Star Wars branded adventure brought to us by Jon Favreau, who seems to be attempting to, and more than making up for in spades, Cowboys versus Aliens. It follows a mysterious bounty hunter character, and this takes place in the era between Star Wars Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens. So it's the fall of the Empire, but before the First Order. Desert planets, space battles, other bounty hunters, an IG droid. I'm not sure if it's actually IG-88 or if it's another droid of that line. Werner Herzog, Giancarlo Esposito, Carl Weathers, all sorts of crazy stuff happening in just this little 2-minute teaser trailer, and it was damned effective. As you might be able to tell, I am a big Star Wars fan. It was came out the same year that I did, 1977, and by came out I mean of the womb, and not in other senses. Not that there's anything wrong with that, in the words of Jerry Seinfeld. So I'm a big Star Wars fan, although having a Star Wars TV show is not necessarily enough to get me to subscribe to this whole other streaming service. They do have, I think, a very competitive price at $7 a month, but still, it's an extra $7 a month, which I could be using to buy other Star Wars /Disney/Marvel merchandise. But I'll tell you, this trailer really turned me around. It's exciting, it's cool, it's fun. It really feels like Star Wars in a way that perhaps the last movie did not. And everything that I've seen of Episode 9, which comes out in November, this still feels more like Star Wars than anything I've seen out of that. Now, I was a defender of The Last Jedi, but I do understand fans' concerns about taking the upsetting expectations thing way too far. Then the synopses, the rumors that I've heard about Episode 9, I hope that none of them are true, because it sounds about as lame as that theatrical poster they unveiled at the Disney D23 convention. I mean, seriously, that is one of the worst Star Wars posters I have ever seen. Anyway, I'm getting way off track here, as if there were a point to this whole rambling video, which is to say that there's definitely a war, a landscape of competing streaming services out there. You're probably caught up in it in some fashion or another. Maybe you think about it, maybe you don't. Maybe you're just like, it's another $10, I can pay that. I just will forego my latte this week or something like that. But honestly, I have to say that I'm just about ready to subscribe to Disney D Plus whenever they offer the ability to sign up. Maybe that's going on right now. I don't know. I should probably look into that. But maybe I should. Maybe I should just like save my $7 and hope that in some other form The Mandalorian will come out. Not illegally, not pirating or anything like that, but maybe they'll come out with a DVD or a Blu-ray series or something, or some other way you can just rent it without having to pay the monthly fee. Now, granted, for access to the full Disney archives, the $7 a month is quite a steal. However, it is, again, there's so much stuff out there to watch, especially for those of us who have day jobs and side hustles and family and all that other good stuff, and folks who just make YouTube videos a lot and podcasts, such as me. There's just never enough hours in the day. But honestly, looking at the Mandalorian trailer, I might have to make time for it. I just want to take one more detour to talk about money. Oh boy, I just knocked my camera. That's not good or professional, but let's just pretend that didn't happen. Or maybe it's the earth-shattering news I'm about to share. For any of you who like to get the cool Star Wars branded t-shirts at places, you're a retro dork like me, maybe you go to Kohl's, maybe you go to Target, skip all of that. Just head straight to Five Below if you've got one in your area. It's kind of like a dollar store, except they've got stuff starting at $5 and going down to $1. Well, you can get all these cool retro-looking Star Wars t-shirts, if that's your jam, for $5. It's quite a deal. And I stocked up on a bunch of those, so as I start talking about Star Wars, or continues talking about Star Wars more in these videos, you'll probably be seeing more of those shirts. So Five Below all the way. What else? I think that's about it. I would like to know just what you think of this whole streaming war thing, and who do you think is going to win? I'm, of course, betting on Disney. Someday they're probably going to absorb Amazon and Hulu, and they will be the only game in town for branded content, streaming services, food, oxygen, the whole bit. And there'll be legions of people lining up to just throw money at them. It'll be like a real-life version of Ready Player One. I don't know how I feel about that, but we're not quite there yet, but we're approaching, and November 12th, I believe, will be the opening salvo. So yeah, let me know what you think. Are you planning to sign up for Disney Plus? Are you excited about it? Are you cynical? Are you gonna just kind of wait and see what all the hype is about? You have friends who are gonna do it, and you just kind of figure out, is it really worth the money? I don't know. But yeah, drop a comment down below, and we'll talk about it maybe in a future video. Also, remember to like and subscribe and share this content if you like it. Please feel to leave comments, positive or negative. What topics do you want to hear me talk about here on the show? And also be sure to tune into the Kicking the Seat podcast at kickseat.com, or on iTunes and Stitcher and all those places you can get podcasts. Yeah, we do multiple shows a week, and yeah, this YouTube channel is mostly for commentary and short little bits like this, whereas I do longer form interviews on the podcast. So please check that out, and yeah, I hope you like it. And until next time, whenever that is, whatever that is, thanks very much for watching the Kicking the Seat YouTube channel, and take care.